Action.
So, to my amazing people, my name is Edgar Biam and I am a freelance journalist from Nairobi, Kenya. Today I'm having one of my best friends and also one of the YouTubers traveling all the way to come to, that is Kibera, and just to explore. Gabi, how are you?
Nice to meet you, man.
Nice to meet you.
Very happy to be here.
That is nice. Gabi, can I just ask you one simple question? What is this that make you always to have to travel to these countries and also to explore? What is this that always pushes you?
That's a good question, man. I always had it since I was a young child, like teenager. I always wanted to check like where to go, different side of the world, different cultures. And then when I was 18, that's the first time I went abroad. I went to London, then I went to America, I moved to Dubai for 1 year, then I went to Southeast Asia, Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, Bali, which is Indonesia as well. And then I feel like I wanted to discover more, like a deeper, like something more like human, like a deeper level of humanity. That's when I went to India for the first time. That was like really touching. And recently I felt like the call to go to Africa. At the beginning I was like, man, I'm scared. You know,
the perception that is there.
Yeah, the media, everything is like, be careful there, you can get sick, you can get robbed, you can get killed. So for many years I just pushed it back and I went to the safer countries. And then, yeah, here I am now in Africa for my first time, in Kenya. And my perception is changing completely.
There is a perception when we talk about that most of the people are really thinking that you're going to be sick. And you said you happen also to travel to, that is, Vietnam. And according to us, even as Africans, when we talk about Vietnam, we talk about like that is war, the perception there, that is war, a war zone.
Yeah, and it's the safest place in the world. Like people are super nice, everything is modern, developed.
So this whole perception that most of the people are having, they are just
yeah, it's crazy. And in Europe especially, I think in America too, in the West, we have this perception that Africa is this, first of all, it's not a different country, just one place, Africa. Like just one place. One big scary place where you should not go because so many things can happen to you. And even my family at home, my friends, every day they tell me like, are you okay?
So they still have that perception. You need also to have them, take them, come with them to Africa and also explore. Because
I wish, man.
I don't know how are we going to change this perception that Africa is like you're going to get sick, you're going to be robbed. All sort of these activities that people are really having in their mindset. I think it needs to change.
It needs to change. I think you need to be here to experience the people, experience the culture. See that it's, it's, I don't know, for me it's like, I feel like here is a real life. Like the community, the people get together, the kids, the people helping each other. We don't have that in the West so much. It's like very individualistic society. So that's the best part.
Gabi, what is this? What normally do you find challenging while traveling to this country? Like you are in Africa, what is this that you normally find is challenging as you travel to these other countries? Like most of the people will complain about language barrier. I've been to somewhere, these people are not really understanding what I'm saying. These people, there is nobody to communicate to. I want to do a video. How will I do this video? Who will be my tour guide?
Yeah. For me, I really like to just go and explore, connect to people at the same time, like kind of throw myself in a place and just connect and experience it myself. Then recently I started in India, I started to like find a tour guide or some local people that can show me around. Here in Africa, for example, I find you guys which are amazing and I feel much safer because I kind of let go and I'm guided and I can trust you. I don't need to like figure out everything by myself. So in terms of the challenges, I think that at the beginning you still have the culture shock. When I arrived here the first 2 days, I was like really freaked out, like anxiety when I go out. I feel like everybody looking at me. But then slowly you get used to it and you get into the place, you understand the culture, the vibe, and it gets like better and better.
You talk about your worst, like how you escaped from that is Dubai, and everybody were like, you escaped? So it means you are like an illegal migrant in that country. When people look at this video, I think it's one of the popular videos in YouTube. And people are like, you escaped? So it means you are like an illegal migrant in that country. What was happening?
That's a tough story.
It's a tough story, indeed.
Yeah, it's my most popular video. Went viral, like 3 million, almost 3 million views now, and it's still like going strong. Like people still watching and commenting.
They want to know
every day.
exactly what really happened.
Yeah.
Why is this guy talking about escaping?
Yeah, yeah.
What happened?
So basically, I got a
People are
job
really curious.
in a 5-star hotel in Dubai. With the contract, everything was legal. So I got the visa, all the permits. And I arrived there, and the reality is that what I was leaving was different from my contract. Instead of working 8 hours a day, I was working 14, 16 hours per day. I was supposed to have one day off, but that day off, it was always busy with some meeting, something to do. So I was basically working 7 days a week. Then I was really kind of brainwashed also. So my self-esteem was very low. I couldn't like control my lifestyle. It was very weird. I felt very manipulated. And I heard that like so many people, they understand what I say because they have the same experience. If you read the comments of that video, it's like the best part of the video is not my story, but if you read the comments, it's mind-blowing. Like thousands of people sharing the same thing, even worse than me. And then at some point I really wanted to go away, but the big problem is that the second day that I arrived there, they kept my passport. So I cannot escape. I cannot leave Dubai, basically. Even though I was very unhappy there, I cannot leave. So I had to wait 8 months to get my holiday. After 8 months, they give you your passport back to go back to your country, to go back to Italy. I told them, okay, I'll just get my passport, go back, have a holiday, and then come back to Dubai. And I got my passport and I escaped. That's why I escaped.
So you like it's not about escaping. You just decided, no, I'm tired about Dubai. Let me go.
Yeah, I left and I never came back.
Are you also planning to go back to Dubai?
I was there last year. So that video I made it when I came back after 10 years, 9 years. So I was just walking through the same roads. I went in front of my hotels. Like so many memories, so many emotions. Like really had like goosebumps just walking down there. So last year I was back. But now my video went viral, so more than 3 million people watch it. I think also the Dubai government probably watch it. So I don't think I can go back. It would be very dangerous.
Yeah, it would be.
I think I'm blacklisted or something, so I think I'm done with Dubai.
For now you're done with Dubai.
Yeah.
So currently you're in Africa, and no, just Kenya. You're in Kenya. Are you also planning to visit Ireland? Where are you planning to go after?
Actually, this time it will be just Africa, like just Kenya. So after Nairobi, I will go to Mombasa and I will explore the coast a little bit. And then for this time, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Then I'll recharge my batteries, and then I will be back, happy to be back, explore more countries. But for now, it will be just Kenya. Yeah.
Mombasa, ride with Gabi. Gabi is coming to Mombasa, and I think that is one of the biggest things. And I think most of the people are really loving your content. Keep on doing it.
Thank you, bro.
Keep on telling them that the perception that is outside there, that Africa is one of the, like when you travel to here, you are going to be sick, you are going to be robbed. All of these perceptions, we are the good people, and we are outside there to tell people that you are welcome to come to Africa, explore like Gabi. Currently, Gabi is one of our family members now because he's in Africa. And we are really happy.
Sure.
Thank you, guys.
We are really happy.
Yeah, you really like host me here. I feel very humble and very grateful to be here.
Oh, by the way, Gabi, are you married?
No, I'm not.
Wait.
Oh, why are you?
That's the same question. In India, they're very strict. Everybody, the first question, like, are you married?
Yeah.
You have kids? What's wrong with you? What problem you have?
The last question, eh?
Yeah, sure.
I've seen one of the biggest YouTuber. You are also a YouTuber. We have seen Mr. Beast doing something in Africa. He's building like 100. He decided to build 100. That is wells within Africa.
Yeah, I've seen that.
What is your perception about this? Because most of the people are really now talking about it.
Yeah.
What is your perception? What do you have to say about
I
this?
haven't watched the video. I just see the thumbnail, which his thumbnails are amazing. But I think it's amazing. I think like Mr. Beast, I feel like he has a very good heart, and he really likes to like work on good causes, like bring the humanity together, show like the underprivileged world, and give his money also, like all the wealth that he has to do something good for the world. So I think what he's doing is just amazing. And he's bringing a lot of knowledge, a lot of news, a lot of eyeballs to these kind of issues, which then will bring like more capitals, more people involved. So I think it's really good.
The other thing they normally tells us that if you travel and you're like you're a traveler and you're traveling to these countries, other countries, normally try your level best never to interact like you guys exchanging with the security or the police officers. Have you ever encountered this scenario whereby you are being approached by a security or a police officer and they are like asking you a lot of questions? They're like,
Not yet.
He's lucky.
And, what do you have to say to what do you have to say to other YouTubers who are also traveling with you?
In Kenya, you mean? Man, as I said, there was like a huge mental barrier. I was very scared to come to Africa and to Kenya, of course, in this case. And I'm really glad I came because everything kind of disappeared. You will have, I think, a culture shock if you've never been to Africa like me. The first few days they can be hard. A lot of eye on you, like very different dynamics, very different culture. But then once you start to talk to people, start to understand your culture, like it's amazing. It's really good. And
Wait. She's leaving.
For me, I feel like it's really like opening my heart. I really open my heart just to meet people, to hear stories, to meet kids, to meet families, to meet like amazing people like you guys. I feel like a real, like a human connection that many times is missing in the West. At least I can say for Europe, we are really struggling with that. I know in US as well, like loneliness, isolation is huge. And here everybody's just together, helping each other, talking to each other. That's the best part. So I think you have to really get out of your comfort zone. Like, okay, let me give it a try. Come here, face your fears, also all the fears that come from the media, what the perception they want to give of this place. And once you arrive here, try to open up as much as possible. Don't stay like close in your bubble. Open up to the people, to the culture, and open your heart, and then you'll be amazed.
We also have this one of the YouTubers, I think Ayamaro. Have you heard of Ayamaro?
No.
He's one of also the biggest, I think, in terms of traveling to other countries. But currently, I think he's having one of the biggest, I think, events currently happening in Kenya. And I think most of these YouTubers who are doing the traveling, I think they are doing like a lot of, just. It's all about party, and also there was a time we were doing birthday, so it's all about party. And this guy decided to invite all the YouTubers. Yeah, so
Wow.
yeah.
Here in Nairobi?
No, I think at the village. At the village, he decided to do this at the village.
You went there?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
It's all about, it's like to do like stories. It is costly. And for you to travel to these other places, that is costly. So you need to be that's what we are trying to push, so that when we reach that point that we can travel, now we can manage our expenses like traveling. It is a bit easy. But for now, you just use the little resources you have just to walk around with it. First of all, you need to explore where you're coming from. So nice to meet you, Gabi. And for your journey to Mombasa, I think I'll also be in Mombasa. So if you happen to interact, we can interact within Mombasa. Let's explore. Let's show them that the perception that they have about Africa is no longer there. They need to change it.
For sure.
Thank you.
I'll also do my part for sure.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So